Punctuality, showing respect for others by doing the right thing at the right time.
And hello and good evening and welcome to Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark as OKC Dodgers baseball is on the air on AM 1340 The Game. Alex Greene with you here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. The Dodgers enter tonight at 41-32. The Sounds at 36-38. Dodgers with wins by a count of 14-5.
My name's Jenna Burns. I am the Senior Vice President with the Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball team. The Oklahoma City Dodgers are the AAA affiliate for the Los Angeles Dodgers. From a quality of life perspective, we find that that's where we, for a AAA baseball franchise, are really able to positively impact the community. Customer service is such a huge component of what we do here. So we have 50 full-time staff. On a game night, we will have about 150 to 175 additional staff between people who help with scanning tickets and ushers and people that will get your hot dog for you and things like that. And so there's a lot of people required to make an event run for us. And so punctuality is important to make sure that we are all working together and not having to pick up slack from someone who might not be here.
Punctuality is a character quality that many of us aspire to. It is a way in which we're doing the right thing at the right time, which shows others that we respect them and that we value them.
As I'm building my schedule each day, something that is really important that we talk a lot with our employees here is really to plan for delays. Although you might need to be at a meeting on site, but you don't get into the parking lot until the time that meeting's supposed to start, and it still takes you 5 minutes to walk in. Plan for that. Plan for that sort of thing. Those are kind of consistents that we all deal with. And so making sure that we are being mindful of things that could come up is pretty important.
In this day and age, schedules are full. And so there are several things that we can do to stay on top of that. Most of us have our online calendar right on our phone with alarms. I also believe that planning the night before, looking ahead at the week. Sunday night is the perfect time in which you can plan out the week and see what you have on your schedule, and then nightly doing that for the next day to prepare for the next day. It keeps you on task and it keeps you punctual with all of your commitments.
What we really focus on is to make sure that you're being mindful of what's most important during that day. I start out every day with having a list of things that I need to accomplish that day, and that is sometimes really, really important for me. And so having some of those consistent reminders throughout the day, not necessarily just, hey, Jenna, you need to be here at this time, but also as hey, you need to make sure that you accomplish this responsibility today in an effort to make sure that we're continuing to progress as an organization.
It's important to keep track of time because sometimes we can get so involved in a project that we negate another obligation. There are some practical ways in which you can do that, setting alarms on your phone. Also scheduling meetings. It's always been interesting to me that people schedule meetings every hour on the hour. Why is that? Can we not have a 30-minute meeting, a 45-minute meeting, and then we don't give ourselves time to get from one meeting to the next? So when I go into meetings, I let people know that I have a hard stop at a given time, and I ask them to help me be accountable so that at that hard stop we can then break so we can make it to the next meeting or the next project or the next event. Because when we get to the next event or the next meeting on time, we're showing people that we value them. That's why it's important to know our schedule and keep track of our time.
As an organization that has some weather opportunities here, we also have to plan for delays in that way. And so, making sure that we're communicating to our fans, and for sure having a plan in place in the event that we do have some unforeseen delays is really important to us. And so, if we have our fans come out to sit through a 30-minute rain delay, we still have an obligation to make sure that they're entertained during that time.
We have to anticipate delays in life because life is about delays, whether it be a plane or traffic or just delays in a project. We all have to deal with that. So we have to think about what does that look like? How do I handle that? One, I have to have patience. Two, when it comes to scheduling my time, I try to put in a drive time or a buffer time. We're all going to have delays, and we have to know that it's okay as long as we have planned ahead and planned accordingly. A lot of times projects are delayed or over budget, so as long as I've planned for a cushion, whether it be a cushion of time or a cushion of money, to make sure we're successful. We have to do that in order to reach our destination.
Remember these points. Know your schedule, keep track of time, and plan for delays.